Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. This is a great resource. This is from FinRed. This is one of their resources available to consumers like me and you. And here are some personal finance calculators, and it's a great resource. It's free. And again, this is a government-related entity. So I'm trying to report or discuss non-biased information. Here are 7 different calculators. We have a comprehensive life insurance analysis calculator. Life insurance is one of the best ways to ensure your family will be taken care of upon your death. Use this tool to calculate how much you need. Debt Destroyer Workshop, I'll have a video on this, and it's a lengthy discussion. Start destroying your debt with this workshop. Learn techniques for making the most of your money, tackling consumer debt, and securing your financial future. This is a discipline. They're focusing here on military folks, but this will apply to everyone. In other words, you are literally taking a hardcore disciplinary approach to managing your debt. Debt to income ratio, your ratio of debt to income is an important metric for your financial health and your ability to qualify for a loan. Use this calculator to figure it out. Home budget analysis, your household spending plan is the best indicator of how you spend your money. See where you're wasting your money using this calculator. Student budget, specifically designed for students, this calculator can help you stay on top of your finances so you can focus on what really matters, your studies. Should my spouse work? Having 2 incomes can make a big difference in your finances. This calculator can help you compare the numbers and a credit assessment. Trying to build your credit, this calculator can help you assess your current credit and see areas for improvement. I'm going to go through these real quick. Comprehensive life, this is going to take you to this, and you're going to see similarities, but they're going to be a big difference. Keep in mind, these calculators are going to look similar, but they have different functionality. Here you're going to have your life insurance needs and existing life insurance coverage. Then you're required to state, and then you can just use this to play around. You can do this manually or you can just type it in. Then you're going to see, all right, let's say you need, I don't know, you need $1 million. Let's say you need 100 grand here, and then expected inflation, that's about right. After tax return on investments, you're going to be right around here. The long-term return on the stock market, pre-tax, is 12%. After tax, it's about 9.3. What you're going to look at, calculate. You can play with these numbers and you hit calculate. Anyway, I want you to play around with this. You can get an idea of what to do here. I'm going to back out. To get rid of it, just go up to this X here and close it out. Debt Destroyer Workshop. And like I said, I'm going to have a video on this whole series. You can take a look, go through and see if this is something that works for you. It's sort of academic, but it's hopeful. And again, it's a great workshop. It's lengthy, and I'll get to it when I get to it. Here we have this debt to income ratio, and this is pretty straightforward. Here's your monthly income. Then you're going to take your spouse's monthly income. Then you're going to list your mortgage, your auto payments, and your other debts, and it's just going to calculate really your debt to income. It's pretty simple. And if you find that your debt way exceeds your income, and that's not uncommon, well, why don't we play around with this? Monthly income gross amount, let's say your monthly, let's be generous. Let's say you're making 100 grand. Other income, let's say another 100 grand. Then your spouse makes 100 grand. She makes another 100 grand. Your payments are, let's say 10 grand, and then 10 grand, and then 5 grand, then 5 grand, and then 5 grand. Calculate. You're going to see this is your income and this is your debt. Let's see what the report looks like. Pretty basic. No bells and whistles here, but here's your debt to income. 7.61. What does that mean? That means you have 35 grand in monthly payments, but you have 460,000 in income. I'd like to be in this position. Moving on. A home budget analysis. Now, this is going to get pretty nitpicky, but it's good. This is a little discipline here, and be prepared. You're going to have all this stuff available. And this is like many other budgeting platforms. You're going to have to know your stuff. Bust out your credit card statements, bust out your bank statements, and crunch the number. And this is good discipline here. The only problem, you can see the problem here, that it's a one-off kind of deal. It's a good starting point, but you can't save this thing. My suggestion, you remember way back when in another video I said, look, there's a bunch of free Excel spreadsheets for budgeting purposes. I'll leave a link up here, but that's the source you want to go to. Here, if you just want to crunch a number real quick, there you go. close it. You can have a student budget. It's similar to what we just, if you like this information, you can copy it. And they should have something here that you could automatically link to an Excel spreadsheet. What I like are the details here because it's so detailed. Look at this. I mean, it gets a little overwhelming. Thinking, what am I, an accountant? Now I have to friggin' break this thing down piece by piece. No, it's a good resource. If you could take all of these items and you put them into a spreadsheet, you can easily calculate this on your own. It's good information if you want to pull it into a different format. Should my spouse work? These all can be adapted to a spreadsheet because then you can make changes. And then credit assessment, here, view, report. These are just notes. You can see here, this is good for analysis purposes. Bankruptcy, foreclosures, or liens. If you see yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, you can visually see what's going on here. You can see up here the numbers and what have you. Anyway, here's just some resources. They're good. As I stated, you can't pull this over into another resource. Something like this is better than nothing. Give me your comment. If you have better tools, share them. We'll do my little research and I'll compare. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching.